This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by former World Cruiserweight Champion Johnny Nelson here in Saudi Arabia. Johnny, familiar settings for us. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. It's nice to be out here for such a big event, a big, humongous event.
One of the talking points I've seen, a few people suggest yesterday that Tyson didn't seem in quite a talkative mood as what we've been used to over the years. From your time with him, from the shoots you'd have done with Sky, did you feel like you could take anything away? Did you gauge anything from his emotions, his reactions yesterday?
I took a lot away from it. I actually like that. I actually liked this Tyson Fury that turned up on for this occasion, because Tyson Fury is no nonsense, no bullshit. I'm just coming. I've got to get a job done. He's not playing the fool to entertain you or I. You know, you can do it months before a fight, but this fight week is where Tyson needs to get his world championship head on his shoulders, and that's what he needs to do. And in reality, you know, that's what I saw yesterday, what I saw between now this week and the week of fight week, the last one, two different Tyson Furies. This Tyson Fury is taking no crap from anybody, but I just want to see what he's like in front of Usyk, and that will tell me. My mind's being changed. I've said it before. This week I said, you know, up to Monday I said Usyk's going to beat him. I said it, you know, it'll just send you out, because Tyson helped Usyk beat him for that mindset. Since yesterday I thought, all right, I like that, because Tyson and Usyk are both very, very clever fighters. I think I put my money on Tyson to win the first fight. He didn't. He let himself down. I think Tyson's pride is hurt. Tyson, the things he said, you know, is hurt. He said a couple of things yesterday that made me think, yeah, I've got that right. He said, I don't want to have egg on my face. I'm going to knock this guy out. I'm going to retire him. I don't want to have egg on my face again. And it hurt him, because if you're calling someone all the expletive possible and then that someone smashes you, you know, it's a bitter pill to swallow. And then in the press conference up to this, Tyson had to be humbled and quiet, and that must have killed Tyson. You know, being a world champion, especially a world heavyweight champion, comes with a responsibility. And if you disrespect that responsibility, you get your arse given to you. And that's exactly what happened.
He had a great deal of success boxing on this back foot in the first fight, but going into this one, a lot of people are suggesting he needs to be a bit more aggressive, he needs to come forwards more. Do you think he can still have that same success, but actually have his hand raised, if in his words he was to avoid what happened in the ninth round?
He needs to do his box offensively. Don't be crazy and go in there and just think, I'm just going to rough you up, because you have one time to have a first impression, and that's gone now. So Tyson, that physicality, that size, that weight, that boxing ability, he should do that by boxing on the front foot, but be smart. Because AJ did the same thing. You know, tried to outbox him, outsmart him the first fight, outsmarted himself. Second fight, thought I'm going to jump on him. And it made, even though it was a better fight, he made it an easier fight for Usyk. And that's what Tyson will do as well. So Tyson's got to be smart about what he does. He's a clever boxer that's been able to get away with it and neglecting his boxing ability. So now he has to depend on all that experience, all that boxing ability, that boxing brain he's got to beat Usyk.
If you're Oleksandr Usyk, do you just look at it and think, I had the keys to success in the first fight, more of the same, or?
Yeah, Usyk has a blueprint to beating Tyson Fury. He knows his energy levels, he knows his strengths, he knows his weaknesses. He'll look at Tyson Fury and he'll see when Tyson's falling out of a bar, and that'll give him confidence to think this guy doesn't live the life. You know, so mentally, you think, I've got you once and I do everything right. Usyk lives the life. I just think for Usyk, he's going to go in there supremely confident. He knows it's a tough fight, but you've got to remember the fight. Usyk's never been hurt that bad as a professional by anybody, but neither has Tyson. So both fighters had each one on the hook, and they let each one off. This is how close this fight was, and you've got to look at the preparation, you've got to look at the mindset, you've got to look at the attitude of Tyson Fury going into the last fight. Hopefully that has all changed, and we'll find out. I reckon we'll find out when they're in the presence of each other. We'll find out then. I just want to see what I see, and then that'll tell me more than anything.
With regards to the undercard, just a couple of fights I want to get your thoughts on. Moses Itauma, a man who's touted as the future of the heavyweight division against Dempsey McKean. What do you make of that fight? What are you hoping on the Moses side of things you see?
I think Moses features heavily in the landscape of future heavyweight boxing. I think this young man at 19 years old is very talented, very unassuming, shy, can fight, He's worked with the best at 19 years old. And just keep an eye on this young man, because right now he's boxing well within himself. And you think, all right, you're doing a great job.
And you've got Ishmael Davis, a man who continues to step in on short notice. How much credit does he deserve? And regardless of Saturday, I know it's big opportunities he's taking, but do you think that we will see a more reserved approach to guiding his career?
Ishmael Davis reminds me of myself. He's a kid that lives in the gym. He's always gym fit. And you give him a week's notice, he can be fight fit. Fighters don't do that now. Fighters don't respect our sport enough for that now. They'll fight and disappear for 3 or 4 weeks, go on holiday. You know, he lives in the gym. This is why he gave Josh Kelly kittens. This is why, at this point now, you look thinking, wow. You know, so right now, you know, don't write this young man off, because eventually someone will make the mistake and pick him as a late sub and get turned over.
I just want to get your thoughts as well. Another fight that's been announced recently. Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker. How do you see it playing out?
Good fight. I think Joseph Parker is clearly the better technician when it comes to the art of boxing. But I think the fighter that's strong, that's growing with success as a fighter coming through is Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois is that fighter that you now have got to keep your eye on. I think Daniel Dubois might actually break Joseph Parker up. Joseph Parker's a better boxer, but he's not a stronger boxer. Daniel Dubois is willing to go to hell and back, and he's shown that now. He's had the losses, he's had the criticism, he's beat the lion, and so if he's done that to AJ, who's a big unit and who can bang, why do you not think he could do it to Joseph Parker? And I think Joseph Parker's a very, very good underrated class act.
Johnny, I appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy Riyadh. I'm sure I'll probably catch you later in the week as well.
You're blessed.